That Igbinosa ripping it away. Here's my 2 cents on that, and I even tweeted it out. Maybe, and this is just a maybe, Little Bro State, if you had that same intensity you had when they planted the flag during the game, you might have won the game. What about Mike Norvell track hawking it down to the middle of the field like, you ain't playing that flag, boy? So you got Mike Norvell crying and Billy Napier's like apologizing, sticks his hand down to shake it. You see it right there. And freaking Mike Norvell's like, no, y'all stuck the flag in our field. Throws this freaking hissy fit. What a crybaby. This might be really controversial. It's a crazy idea. Look, I don't want y'all to come at me too hard in the comment section, but it's just my thoughts. I gotta be honest with y'all. Frick! I'm coming. Hold on. Gosh! Way to ruin my night. If you don't know why, I'm kind of upset. We got the lights on. I started the video really at the end of the Bama game. If you don't know why I'm upset, it's because Alabama just lost in the championship to Oregon. And no, I'm not talking about football. I'm talking about college basketball. That game just ended. It is 11. Well, a little past 11. Congrats to Oregon. I don't know if we have any college basketball fans in here, but Oregon just beat Alabama in the, I believe it was the Players Era Championship, whatever in the world that is. Beat us on pretty much a buzzer-beating dunk. If you watched any of that game, you know, it was insane that Alabama even tied it up. But that's neither here nor there. Y'all ain't here for that. Y'all are here for the college football content, and we got a lot to talk about tonight. We got to get into these brawls, okay? We're going to talk a little bit about Texas and whatnot. That game was kind of boring, if you got to ask me. By the way, Quinn Ewers, what you doing, buddy? I'll get to that in just a second. I asked you guys on Twitter, how many brawls were there, number one? And we got to talk about the Ohio State one. Oh, I don't have it on the board. My apologies. The Ohio Little Bro State one. There we go. Almost called him the wrong name. Got to talk about the Florida one. What about Mike Norvell track hawking it down to the middle of the field like, you ain't playing that flag, boy? And then he's like, okay, look, Billy Napier, a lot of people, you know, they don't really respect him. At the beginning of the season, they hated on him. He's like labeled as a nice guy. Dude, he put his hand out there. Just shake his hand, Norvell. Be a man. Don't be a crybaby. Kind of ironic coming from me because I was crying last night about Georgia winning. We'll get to all that. First things first, I got to find this comment. Because I thought it was a great idea. Oh, here it is. And there's been a bunch of comments like this, but this is from Dark Hydro. Shout out to you, Dark Hydro. I may pop up the comment on the screen. He said, we got to name the Nutcracker. I thought that was an amazing idea. So drop some recommendations down below. What should we name the Nutcracker? What do you think, buddy? I don't know why I asked you that. I know you can't talk. But seriously, I'm thinking immediately what came to my mind. It's got to be something like with Ryan Day or like Lil Bro. It's got to be something like that. Because, I mean, we got to clown on those guys. They're chumps. They're bums. It's got to be something, I feel like, involved with that. Or it doesn't gotta be. Just leave some recommendations down below, and that's the beautiful part about our channel and our community. Number one, you don't know what you guys are gonna say in the comment section. Number two, y'all are, I would consider myself like a fairly creative person, but y'all are even more creative than me. I gotta give y'all a ton of credit and respect. Drop the recommendations down below. What should we name the Nutcracker? Really, the only interesting thing that happened at night, outside of these brawls, and trust me, we're gonna get into all of these, was Texas and Texas A&M. Winner of that game goes to the SEC Championship, and I'll do this because I forget to do this. I didn't even do it to Michigan. Here, since I didn't clap it up to Michigan in the reaction video, I'll do it now. Congratulations to Michigan. Also, congratulations to the Longhorns. Deserves another clap, man. What can I say? And I'd also like to express my gratitude to the Texas football fan base, the Longhorn Nation. Is that what they call themselves? I think they do, but yeah, anyways, really besides the point. Shout out to the Texas fan base. They've been nothing but great to me. They've been nothing but great to our community. Really enjoyed y'all. I can't say a bad thing about the Texas fans. Outside, you know, they had the whole thing where they was throwing stuff on the field, but I don't want to hold that against them. Yeah, sure, it was a bad look, but every fan base gets upset. Overall, I've enjoyed them for the most part. I'm happy and thrilled they're in the SEC because it makes the SEC a better conference and it's fun to watch. I, as a college football fan, I know this may sound like a crazy concept to some of y'all. Kind of joking. Yeah, I know it wasn't funny, but I like watching competitive football games. And by Texas and Oklahoma joining the SEC, you're going to get more of those competitive football games. I know Oklahoma, they had what some may say a down year. It wasn't good, but still, they have the talent to compete. I, for one, too, miss the A&M and Texas rival matchup. It was legendary when I was growing up. I hate they did away with it, but it's back to normal. College football, when you're talking about from an entertainment perspective, it's at an all-time high. I don't know if it's ever been more entertaining than this. We've been talking about college football on this channel for years. And nothing even compares to this season. I'm talking about it's not even in the same realm and atmosphere. It's not even close. I got good news and bad news for Texas. The good news is you're going to the SEC championship. The bad news is you got to play Georgia. We saw it happen the last time you played Georgia. Wasn't pretty. On the night, Texas had a whopping 50 carries. Holy schmoly. For, sheesh, 240 bones. That's going to get the job done. That's right under 5 yards per carry. A&M, not good. 34 carries. Draw a line there. I know y'all can't see this. I'm going to get out of your way in just a second. For barely 100 yards. 102 to 240. Marcel Reed, you know, he was all right. Kind of did what I thought he was going to do. He did have the one pick. But you could argue and say Ewers played worse than Reed. Ewers just, he can't have those mistakes. When you play a great team, like Georgia can be at times, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. This ain't a preview. When you play like in Oregon, because you're going to run into teams like that if you want to win a championship, you can't have red zone turnovers, and you most certainly can't have a pick six. Y'all don't need me to sit up here and preach to y'all about that, because you know it. And I really don't want to be a Debbie Downer for Texas. I don't even want to say nothing bad about them. I know some people may say, well, Matt, A&M ain't that good. I don't care. The first year Texas is in the big and bad and mighty SEC, they just steamroll everybody. And even like a steamroll, they just cruise their way to the SEC championship. It was like a light jog on a Saturday evening. Wasn't even that hard for them, so gotta clap it up again. Can't say nothing bad about Texas. They straight up came into a conference and said, what's that one meme of the guy? He's like, hey, look at me. I'm the captain now. Pretty much what Texas did. There's nothing more to say about it. Congratulations. They're going to the SEC championship. I enjoy watching Sartnado. He's one of my favorite college football coaches in the nation. It's going to be exciting. Can't wait to see what happens against Georgia in the rematch. And you know Texas, they're going to give them a better fight. I'd be shocked if Georgia blows them out again. And I think some people may say they're going to be shocked if Georgia even competes in the game. We ain't going to get on that. Let's talk about these brawls. A main reason I'm even making this video is because of every single one of you guys on Twitter. And I want to take a quick moment to shout out. And I appreciate you guys watching the videos. But everybody on Twitter that interacts with me, tweets at me, calls me an idiot sandwich, calls me delusional, all the bad things you say, good things, doesn't matter. I appreciate y'all. We have so much fun on Twitter during game days. I'm not a person who really tweets out during the week, during I was about to say college football season, during the off season. I don't even tweet. I think I went like 6 months without tweeting this most recent off season. And like I said, I don't even tweet during the week. The only time I really tweet is during the games on Saturdays. We like going back and forth. It's a great time. So if you do like watching the videos, consider just interacting with us on Twitter, and also you get updates on videos, stuff like that. You don't got to pay for it. I ain't selling you something. It's just for your benefit. I don't gain anything from it. It's just, I'm trying to help you guys out if you want some more extra content or just want to see what I'm saying during the games or whatnot. I asked everyone on Twitter, do you want to see us talk about the brawls in a video tonight, the flag plantings, all that? And everybody said yes, so here we are. The most requested one was the Ohio State and Michigan one. And I believe I even quote tweeted a video. Oh, yeah, I did. I gotta show this to y'all. And y'all saw this during the game. It was even when I was doing the live reaction that they were fighting. But I didn't know why they were fighting because the camera, whoever was working the camera in the Little Bro State Michigan game at the end, why did we have the worst view ever? We got better views from random people recording it. So here's what happened. Michigan, number one, tried playing the flag. And Jack Sawyer, he's a great player, shout out to him. He got pissed. He got livid. I can't even show y'all this because of the graphic language, but they was trying to calm down Jack Sawyer, and he said, and I quote, "They're not effing planting the flag on our field again." And I'll show y'all this video. I think I can show this to y'all. Wait. Let's go back. It's on my Twitter if you want to see the full thing. He's just throwing the flag, and you know the... Oh yeah, that one guy. Is that Igbinosa ripping it away? They're doing all that and whatnot, and... I mean, it goes on for several minutes. They was fighting. Look. Here's my 2 cents on that, and I even tweeted it out. Maybe, and this is just a maybe, Little Bro State, if you had that same intensity you had when they planted the flag during the game, you might have won the game. Gosh. Pisses me off that they're pissed off. What are you mad about? Okay. And this is why I can't be a coach. I always thought I was going to be a coach, and maybe one day in the future I will be. But I have the Steve Spurrier mentality. I'm not a nice guy when it comes to competing. Just being honest, I'm an a-hole. I'm the type of guy who I believe is the defense's job to stop me and my team. Like Spurrier in Florida. Y'all remember when Florida ran it up on that one team, I can't remember, and a reporter asked him, Spurrier, hey, why were you scoring at the end of the game? Why were you running it up? And he literally said, like word for word, oh, well, it's their job to stop us. That's my mentality. Same thing with this situation, okay? Yeah, I mean, you could argue and say Spurrier shouldn't have been running up the score. Yeah, duh, no crap. Same thing here. Should Michigan have planted the flag? Like, no, it's a D-head move. Like, it's just it's not respectful. That's a better way of saying it. But, and I have a big but, if you don't want Michigan to plant the flag on your home field, oh, wait a minute. No, this is crazy. No, I can't say this. Nah. Should I say this? This might be really controversial. It's a crazy idea. Look, I don't want y'all to come at me too hard in the comment section, but it's just my thoughts. I gotta be honest with y'all. If you don't want Michigan to plant the flag on your home field, how about you win the game? I know, right? Matt's, trust me, I get it. I'm unreasonable. That's not fair. You know, Michigan should not plant the flag. But dude, imagine, you got to put yourself in everybody's shoes. I'm not saying like Ohio State's wrong for defending their home turf. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying if you want to prevent it, win the freaking game. Now, think about the Michigan players. Should they have done it? Probably not. But here's the thing. Everybody's been talking smack about them all year long, including Ohio State and Ohio State fans. And you went in there. Nobody was picking you to win. I'm not going to say nobody said you had a chance, because anybody with 2 brain cells knows in a rival game, Michigan, one of the best rivalries in all college football, has a chance, but not many people were picking them to win. Michigan knew that. They weren't supposed to win the game. On paper, the eye test, they weren't better at Ohio State in any facet of the game of football, and they went in there and won the game. So yeah, they're going to plant the flag because they were being disrespected all year long, leading up to the game. When they walked into the game, one of the fans even spit on them. We ain't even talking about that. I ain't going to get into that because I'll get pissed. One of the fans spit on them and said, yeah, they planted the flag. I ain't got a problem with it. I like it. And I hope I can find this comment. Please let me find this comment. Somebody said, God, there's so many comments. I don't know if we're going to be able to. Somebody said something along the lines of, come on. We got to find this. Got to find it. It was like Sharon Moore was, oh, here it is. Chris P, shout out to Chris P. While the fight was going on, Moore was right in the middle of it while Ryan Day stood on the sideline. Tells you all you need to know about the mental makeup of the 2 programs right there. Yep, 100%. You got Ryan Day. There is a fight going on between Ohio State and Michigan. Meanwhile, Ryan Day, the fraud himself, standing there going, like, he looked like he was lost in Walmart. He didn't even know what was going on. And then you got Sharon Moore. He's in the midst of it. He's like shoving people. He's like, hey, get off. You know, we ain't doing none of that. Get off the field. Like, it embodies Ryan Day. It goes, it's like he's not all there. I don't know. There's something off about that cat. And I've known it for 3 years, and y'all know this. Been watching the channel. I've been saying it. Something off about that dude. It's like, what's the phrase I'm looking for here? Oh, you lack social awareness. Like, how did you not know what was going on? Yeah. Don't even get me started on Rondé. We could go on a 30-minute Rondé rant video. He probably deserves it. I'm going to spare him tonight. Let's get into some of the other brawls. Oh, yeah, NC State. The NC State one was crazy. I think I have the video saved. Dude, I was on Twitter and oh, here it is. The dude chunking the flag. Come on, focus for me. Y'all can, dude, chunk the flag. Y'all saw that. I know it's kind of blurry and whatnot. That's how videos are sometimes on Twitter. Maybe it was the way I was showing y'all. He just chunked the flag. NC State, North Kakalaki. They're fighting. That was insane. And I do got to give a lot of credit and respect to the Sartonado. So as you can see, this is after the game. Here it is. It's rewinding. So the Texas players rushed to the field. They was going to plant the flag, I assume. Or I think I saw something where they was kicking up dirt. And look at him. You see the Sartonado telling him to get off the field. And I got to clap it up to him, man. A lot of respect. I already respected the Sartonado a ton, but that takes it to a whole nother level. I admire that because some coaches would allow it. Sartonado, he's still a younger guy, feels like he got to prove himself, but he's like, no, we ain't doing that. Don't take this the wrong way. I'm not trying to attribute this to Nick Saban, Alabama, but since he was under Nick Saban and he learned a lot at Alabama, I feel like he's taken that mentality from Bama and started at Texas, and you see what they're doing. What was the other brawl? Florida. Hold on, I gotta go to the comment section on Twitter because you guys were telling me. I had somebody say there's like 10 or 11 different brawls in total. Shout out to this guy on Twitter, by the way. Just call you LFB. Shout out to you, man. Really interactive with tweets, always helps me out. So we had, oh, I forgot about the Arkansas-Mizzou one. Yeah, that one was crazy. In total tonight, guys, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's a maybe next to this. So potentially 9 brawls. When's the last time there was 9 brawls / fights in college football? This is insane. So LFB said you had Michigan, Ohio State, Florida, FSU. We're going to get to that one. Auburn, Bama, Arizona State, Arizona. That was a blowout. NC State, North Carolina, Arkansas, Mizzou, South Carolina at Clemson, Texas, Texas A&M. And that was kind of a nothing burger. And then he said maybe Notre Dame at USC. I don't know why I put maybe there. I guess I might have missed that. Oh, wait, there was a Virginia Tech and... Holy crap! I didn't even know Virginia Tech and Virginia got in one before the game. I guess I need to show y'all this Alabama one. There was a scuffle in the game. This Alabama player, you're going to see him come in. Yeah, there he is. He just throws the ball at him. Kind of a nothing burger. Nothing compared to the Michigan-Ohio State one and the, I guess I'll say the best for last here, or I did say the best for last. Florida and the Seminoles. Leave it to the Seminoles to get into a brawl, a fight at the end of the year. You can't make it up. You knew they weren't going to finish the season not being talked about. They had to make the headlines somehow. Now I think about it, when's the last time we even talked about the Seminoles? I feel like it's been at least 2 or 3 months. Okay, cool. So I actually bookmarked it on Twitter. Shout out to Sports Center. They posted it. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted. I can show y'all a little of this, I believe. All right, so there you see it. Florida plants the flag, and then you know the whole spielio dealio. Florida State's going to come in, try to take it out of the ground, push some players. There's going to be a lot of pushing and shoving. But the most interesting part about this was Mike Norvell goes up to, let me see if I can find this. So you got Mike Norvell crying, and Billy Napier's like apologizing, sticks his hand out to shake it. You see it right there. And freaking Mike Norvell's like, no, y'all stuck the flag in our field. Throws this freaking hissy fit. What a crybaby. Mike Norvell, you are the last person that needs to be making enemies, dude. Billy Napier's probably the nicest football head coach in the nation, for better or for worse. He had no animosity towards you. He even tried, you would be rating him, sticking your finger in his face saying, y'all don't do that. He better man than me. He stuck his hand out. I was like, hey, sorry about that. And you said no, you didn't even want to shake his hand. What are we doing? Just shake the guy's hand. Do you know how many players in high school, White Randy, me by the way, for career-ending injury, used to beef with during the games, saying crazy stuff. I'm talking about crazy stuff can't be repeated here on YouTube. I got the film in the attic. I had to go dig it up. But, you know, I digress. All that crazy talk during the game, even after the game, show the guy's hand. Hey, man, all love. You a heck of a competitor. Respect your game. It's just a respect. That's what men do. Dude, this is how men are simple creatures. I've seen guys, some of my friends, mutual friends, fighting each other, dang near knock somebody out. And as soon as the fight's over, hey, good fight, bro. Hey, that's all love, brother, all love. Like, bro, that's how dudes are. You can't make it up. We're simple creatures. You give a dude, no lie, when I bought my house for a while, all I had was a TV and a lawn chair. And I was content. People were coming over to my house like, dude, like, you gonna get any furniture? I'm like, yeah, I'll get around to it. It's just not a priority for me. I just need college football and a lawn chair and I'm cool. That's just me though. Maybe y'all are a little different. Like I was saying, most dudes can overlook stuff, but Mike Norvell's Weenie Hut Jr. self can't. Go figure. Heck, I'd be pissed off too if I was the coach of the Seminoles. I mean, dude, they're awful. There's many more brawls I could talk about, but they're all the same thing. Let's end off the video with this. Number one, is this good for college football from an entertainment perspective? And number two, are we going to see more of this in the future? Well, to answer question number one, I love it. From an entertainment perspective, it's awesome. Keeps me glued in. Men like seeing fights. I'm a man, therefore, I enjoyed it. Number two, it's also good for ratings, which ESPN, Disney Channel ain't going to talk about all that. They're going to tell you, oh yeah, this was terrible for the sport, but behind the scenes, they're grinning ear to ear like the Grinch. They're like, ha, 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 ha. Ratings are through the roof, fellas. You know how many people are going to tune into Sports Center tonight just to see all these fights? Millions. You're talking about millions and millions and millions and millions. I mean, heck, you're watching this video. So it goes to prove it. The whole premise of this video is we're talking about all the brawls. Secondly, what was the second question? Are we going to see more of this in the future? I think that was the question. Yeah, I think it was. Yes. And the reason is, it's kind of like opening Pandora's box. So once you started fighting this year, it's going to happen next year. Because you're going to have players that are going to be thinking about that fight. There's probably some guy that got pushed and he didn't get to get his lick back or push somebody else back. Probably some guy got knocked in the head. He's going to be thinking about that for the next 364 days. And also, these are rival matchups. So there's already built-in animosity. Now, with all the fights and brawls that happen tonight and today and earlier today, yeah, it's going to be even worse next year. I promise you, it's going to be, you're going to see just as many, if not more. You got to think about who we're talking about. These aren't 60-year-olds that are willing to just forgive and forget. These are young men with high egos, super competitive. They're the best athletes on the face of the earth. I say that to say this. They're going to get their lick back. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that either. I'm thinking back on it in my glory days. Sound like the washed up uncle at the Thanksgiving cookouts, but seriously, when I used to compete, anytime I lost to a team, I would think about that team and think about everything that happened throughout that game, where I messed up, where I could have done better, until I played them again. So most people, and I feel like most people think that way, and these players, they're not going to forget about what happened tonight if they got in a brawl. And yeah, it should be interesting next year. I don't want to say I can't wait, but low key, can't wait. Many more things I can say. Did want to address all the brawls. Let me know your thoughts down below. But